Hey, what's up, people? How's it going? I figured I'd do a video on the power of SketchUp and drawing with the extension Cabinet Sense, and then also being able to go over to a CAM software. In this case, I'm using Vectric V-Carve Pro, and then that's how I get the toolpath and the G-code to then take all the information out of this 3D SketchUp model and then transfer it over there to then be able to cut out on the CNC. All right, so if you're interested in how that process is done, we'll get right into it. Here you see I have a few cabinets here I've already brought in the model. And what I've done is I already drew this cabinet previously, and then I saved it in my library here in Component Finder. And so this is really powerful because you can draw all the different cabinets that you have, styles and different construction methods and whatever it is, and then save it. So you can do that work once, and then you just can click it and then drag it right into your model. And then exactly how you drew it and how you set it up for all your machining instructions and your and how you have to build cabinets. It's just click and drag, right? You do the work once and then it's repeatable. So in this example, it's a beaded face frame, okay? And I'll show you the parametric function here for the program. So right now it's at 36 inches wide. So say I want this cabinet to be 50 inches wide. I'll just type in the number there, 50. And you'll see it change right there. And everything auto-adjusted on the drawer fronts, the door, the face frame, the cabinet parts, and all the machine to that number, to all the parameters that I already had preset. Okay? So you just got to reset the machining. So there you go. So let me turn some of these off. You can see we have some drawer boxes, an adjustable shelf, a fixed shelf, and some drawer stretchers. I'm turn the face frame off. Whoops. And then some drawer stretchers. So here are the holes for the drawer slides. Here's the adjustable shelf holes. And then you can see these are the 1/8 inch pilot holes for the screws on the back there as well, on the top, through the side. And then as you can see, these are all datoed in as well. So this is how I have this cabinet drawn right here. And another cool thing too, you see the bead there. Say you didn't want a bead. You can just say, I don't want the bead right there. And just give it a second. And there you go. Now it's just a regular face frame. So you can see the power of this program, the automation and the parametric functionality it has. And then this is all within SketchUp. So I can still use the SketchUp native tools here, as you can see, and within the same model, and integrate it into the Cabinet Sense cabinets. Okay, and extremely powerful program, especially if you're in SketchUp and then you're just getting into the CNC. I highly recommend going this route. Now that I have all of this, my model drawn, now I want to go over to V-Carve. So there's an export button. You hit the export button, and then what this is going to do is create a DXF report. It's going to take all of the machine instructions from this model that you've already set up, and I'll show you that in a second here. So you see here it's creating DXF, export successful. And here is the Vectric machining summary. And this is basically telling you your drilling strategies and your tool and your cutting profile strategies, all right? Right there. And now here's the machining data. So this is where you set up all your machining instructions. And then this is how Vectric picks up the information from SketchUp with the CNC layer names. Okay, and then it has your cutout strategies, your 3D DXF depth strategy, right? So for our CAM package, we're using Vectric. Okay, And then here you set your tool diameters with your drill bits. So we're using an 1/8 inch drill bit and a 5mm drill bit. And then for our pocketing and our cutouts, we're using a 3/8 end mill and then a 1/2 inch cutter. Okay. So that's where you set all that up. And then you can also set up all your machine instructions. This is for dados. Okay. This is where you set all your parameters, your instructions for your dados. This is your fasteners right here. It has all these different fasteners that you can use, right? So say for our screws, this is where you set up your spacing for your screws. And then here's the line boring machining instructions right here. Here's the hinging machining instructions right here. Okay, so this is where you set up all your rules right here. And then once you get all this set up, it records it for all your cabinets in here. And then when we did the export right there, all that gets transferred over into V-Carve. And so here we are in V-Carve. And how it gets transferred is through these gadgets. And the gadget is called the DXF batch processor. So we're just going to come in here and find the file that we saved. And then we're going to open that up. Number of files processed 143. So it just brought all of those parts in from the SketchUp model into V-Carve Pro. Okay? And you can see it has the mortises for the blind dados. Right here, it has the cutouts for the tongue. It has the holes for the drawer slides. Here's the adjustable shelf holes right here. Here's one of the sides for the hinge plates, the hinge plate holes. And then all these screws right here are the 1/8 inch pilot holes for the screws. And so you can see that it just brought all those in. Now this also has a nesting function, so this is how you optimize for your sheet layout. Okay. You hit the nesting button and this is going to optimize the best layout to get the maximum yield out of your sheets. So there we go. So 18 sheets, so just going to delete that one. So there you go. And then the other cool thing about this too, and this is all with grain orientation set. So see, I have this one sheet right here that has these 4 small parts, and say I don't want to cut out of a full sheet. I can go ahead and move these around in here and then turn them, because these are just drawer stretchers, so I don't care which way the grain goes on those. Some of these parts I do care which way the grain goes. But so instead of wasting the sheet, I have this small space in this sheet and this small space left over in this sheet, so I can just go ahead and move these over to each sheet as I see fit. So I still have the power too to manually nest these as well and move parts around, which is another cool thing. I'm not sure if you can do that in Cabinet Sense or Mosaic when the parts are nested. I don't have too much experience with those. Anyway, so here's where it gets really cool and powerful, the automation for your Toolpath template. So I've already created my Toolpath template, which is right here, the Fast General Toolpath. I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. Would you like to apply this template to all sheets? I'm going to hit yes. So you can see it's applying the Toolpath that I've already saved to every sheet automatically. Okay? So it's brought in all of the toolpaths. So I'm going to hit all sheets here. I'm going to recalculate. All toolpaths successfully recalculated. Okay, so you see here on the right side, all these toolpaths for each sheet, okay, that it picked up automatically. Now if I zoom in here a little closer, we'll keep that open. So you'll see that all the toolpaths have been picked up. This is an inline cutter to cut this hole out of that part right there. These are the going to be the cuts for the blind dados right here. Right. Move over here. Here's the 5mm holes for the drawer slides. Here's the little pocket cuts for the drawer stretchers. Okay. These are the 1/8 inch drill bit holes right here for the screws. Okay. Here's the little stretchers. You can see the profile cut for the tongue to go into the mortises. So every sheet, you see it automatically picked up, and how fast that was. This video is about 12 minutes long so far. Now I've been explaining this to you and taking my time, but you can see from my component library by just clicking and dragging a cabinet in, and then just making a bunch of copies of it. I didn't even have to draw anything because I already did that work. Okay? So it's important that you know how to use SketchUp. You need to be very proficient at SketchUp because you do have to do the initial legwork. And you have to be able to edit parts and know how SketchUp works. Because Cabinet Sense essentially works within SketchUp, so it follows all the same rules. It's just a little more powerful with the parametric functionality of it, and being able to control the machining instructions for all the parts. And then also with the toolpaths with Vectric, instead of having to go in and manually do these toolpaths, you would if you just create a regular part on your own, one at a time. You can see as your jobs get big and all these different toolpaths, that can be very, very time consuming. And so the automation of being able to create these toolpath templates and how fast it picks everything up. Now all I have to do is click a button here, and I can save this as a G code and cut all these parts out on the CNC. That's the power of Cabinet Sense extension for SketchUp, and how you're able to draw parametrically within SketchUp and then very quickly transfer over to V-Carve Pro and cut out on the CNC. Also, too, if you want to get a cut list and print labels, which is what we do as well, from the DXF export that I showed you earlier, you need another program. And again, this is what deters a lot of people from even considering this, is because you need multiple programs to handle all this. But this program, Cutlist Plus, and then V-Carve Pro, those are one-time buys. They're not subscription-based. SketchUp and Cabinet Sense are subscription-based. SketchUp is a yearly subscription, and Cabinet Sense you can pay yearly or monthly. So those are subscription-based, but this Cutlist program and then V-Carve Pro is a one-time buy. So to me, it's a no-brainer. It's worth it just to have those. And so here's the cut list that was exported from that file. Okay, here, so just like that, I have a full cut list. Okay, and the numbers on this cut list right here correspond to the numbers here. So as these parts are being cut out on the CNC, see 90 base partition fixed. If I go to part 90 right here, let's see, part 90 base partition fixed. So there you go. And then if I want to print labels out right here, so I can print this out and have a cut list. If I want to print labels, I can go to labels printing, print preview. So we'll have all these labels printed out, and then we can go ahead and put labels on our parts and not have to handwrite all these as they get cut. So that's also a huge time saver. That's going to be the end of this video. Let me know if anyone's interested in these programs. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. I find drawing in SketchUp extremely powerful because you have full control of every part, and you're actually drawing the parts. You're not just punching in numbers It's not just data entry, where like, some of this is data entry on the cabinet sense, but you still have the ability to use SketchUp's native tools by editing the parts, which is very powerful. So you can use it's like the power of the parametric programs and the power of SketchUp having full control of the modeling in one. So this is the most powerful way to draw and to go to CNC myself. And then also Vectric is good as well, even just to have it if you have a CNC, because you can do other CNC operations, or you can design here manually on your own for just one-off parts, and that's also good to have as well. Versus if you just have Mosaic and Cabinet Sense, those are specifically CAD/CAM software programs just for cabinets. So I don't know if you can just randomly draw freehand parts that you want to machine through those programs, or if it's strictly only for the cabinet parts. So either way, having this combination, SketchUp and V-Carve, gives you the best of both worlds and all the options that you would ever need to draw cabinets, or just to draw random parts to cut on the CNC. Guys, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all later.